And we are live again. So today we're going to be messing around with the Cricut Maker, doing some stuff for just basic stuff that we can use in our dioramas and stuff during modeling. So today I'm going to be making, if you can see this little guy is an octagon that I cut out already on the Cricut Maker using evergreen styrene. It's the 0.020 styrene. So we're going to make a little stop sign. Now, I didn't cut that one out right because I didn't have the custom settings. I didn't know you can do custom settings and stuff like that on there. So we're gonna go through setting that up. So if you got a Cricut, I'll show you what to do. We're going to be learning this at the same time. And yes, I still have my allergies, but the coughing isn't as bad today. So let's jump over, and I'm going to see if I can do this right without messing things up too much. And I hope you can hear me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this, which will make that look a little crazy. And the first thing I want to do is I already have, like I said, I already got this piece. So what I want to do is I want to set up for custom material. So we're going to learn how to do this at the same time. So what we got to do is we got to come over here. I got to go to custom materials, and it's going to try to search for the machine itself. And we're going to make a mask and everything for the stop sign too today. So let's see, materials, custom materials, paper, aluminum foil. Let's see what kind of plastic. I want to see if I could add my own in here. It's saying you're supposed to be, there we go. Add new material. Evergreen styrene. I'm going to hit that. I don't know what the second column is for. What is cut pressure? Oh, okay, so that's the cut pressure, multi-cut, blade type. All right. So we're going to save that. 175. Linen bonded, parchment paper, 181. So this is going to be a little bit of a testing and seeing if it's too deep or not. I'm looking to see if there's any other plastic. 175 seems kind of heavy, but I guess we'll leave that. Multi-cut off, and we're going to use the deep point blade. And we'll save that. And that should be our whole thing right there. There's vinyl. Excuse me. I'm looking to see. Oh, it goes by pressure. Okay. Goes by pressure there. I'm not sure if I should do multi-cut or not. It's pretty easy to add your own material, so that's not bad. If you haven't added your own material, it's going to be trial and error with that. All right. So we got our material, and then we'll end up putting it on there, and I'll show you that. But the first thing I'm going to be cutting is I'm going to be doing the pole for behind the stop sign. So if you haven't been here before and you're working in scale, it's a scale converter. So let me jump over to, yo, what's up, Rascal? This is the website for scale conversion. So the poles are, I'm 6 foot tall, so they got to be about 8 feet tall in 1/1 scale, and I'm pretty sure the Cricut is in millimeters. Let me make sure that I'm in millimeters or centimeters. I'm in inches. Okay, I'm in inches. So I want this 8 feet 1/1 in inches and 1/35 scale, and it's going to show me exactly how big it should be. Copy that, and then we're going to go over to our design space. We're going to make our own shapes. Let me get out. Now I got 2 of them. My computer's acting funky. There we go. Let me get rid of that one. Now, if I just leave it like this, it's going to be a square. You got to hit the unlock button. This way you can make the shape you want. And what I want to do, oh, I don't want it that wide. That was the wrong width. That's the height I wanted. That's the height I wanted, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep. I want to be able to lock it. See, I don't think it's going to come out perfectly. Okay, I can go higher. It's going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to have to get it close as possible. In 0.26 inches. I don't know if I want it that fat. It's too fat. So this is going to be a learning process. Let's do this 0.1 and go from there. That looks about right. Let's lock that. And hopefully that doesn't change my other 1.74. That's not too bad. Alright, we'll keep that. That's going to be, that is going to be the pole. Now the problem is I want to make other sides for this, which are going to be very skinny, like a New York City pole, and then I'm going to drill out holes down the middle. Now if I can, I want to see if I can copy this. Yes, I can. Paste it, paste it. So I'm going to need the pole, and then 2 more for the sides, like on the city street one, and 2 more. So I'll need 4 altogether. Now these we're going to have to play around with. And make them skinnier. But hold the height. There we go. Actually, let's see if we can delete this. Delete. 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 Copy that. Let's lock that. Paste that. Paste that. Paste that. We'll have our 4 parts. A little bit of learning. Now hopefully the Cricut cuts these all right. That's going to be our pieces for the pole. And what did I have it as? As an 8-foot pole. So now next up, what we got to do is we're going to head over excuse me, to the machine itself. And let me take it off of, I'm going to be flipping back and forth a little bit here. Let's see if I can get that back in focus. There it goes. It's not going to focus again. We'll get it in focus for you though. Okay. Now this is the light grip mat that I got going on over here. How come it's not showing up? There it is. It's on camera. There's different grip mats, and actually this should be a, whatchamacallit, a heavy grip mat. But we want to line it up on the corners, stick it down. And now because I'm using the lighter grip mat, even with the heavy grip mat, they tell you to not knock down everything in your closet. But you gotta tape, if I can find my skinnier tape. There we go. Because it's a different, it's not a paper or anything, so you wanna tape down the edges on this sucker. But you don't want to tape it where it's going to cut. I'll show you this in a second. I know I'm off camera. Hopefully you can hear me from this far away too. Okay, what I did was tape down all the corners here. If you're cutting styrene, you want to move all these little rollers to the side. These are for paper and vinyl and stuff like that. So toss this guy, fold my tape over. I'm going to see if this works or not. Okay, next up, the allergies are still killing me. So, okay. So next up, let me bring you back over to this. Next up is we're going to hit make it on here. It's going to be looking for what we're doing, 12 by 12 sheet. It sees all these little things, and we're going to hit continue. My machine's already connected. It's looking for the machine. Come on, find the machine already. My machine is connected. Come on, sucker. Technical difficulties. I'm going to be an idiot. Take out the USB. Toss the USB back in there, see if it sees it. Should have seen it, because the only way I could do stuff is if it sees the machine. Edit. Done. Let's hit load. Please check generator is connected and powered on. If it is, turn off the machine, wait a moment, power back on. If it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, didn't see my machine. Let's turn my machine back on. Wait for it to see the machine again. Hopefully it does. Otherwise I gotta unplug the whole thing and put it back on. This is no fun. Dun, 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 dun. My machine is connected. There we go. Select track maker 3 USB. There we go. Hello, phone. Sorry this is taking so long. It usually doesn't take this long. Doesn't want to do it because I'm online. Let me close some of the windows. Because I know that's a problem too. It says the Cricut has trouble working if you have too many windows open. Okay. Vinyl iron on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to browse materials. And we are going to see where my material is, because I have custom materials made that I did at the beginning. Kevlar. I didn't know it could cut Kevlar. Balsa wood, vinyl. Where's my evergreen? Oh, there it is. My material. So we're going to pick that. Done. The D-point blade is in there. Let me make sure that this is up. We're going to hit the load button. And we're going to bring you back over to this. So it's loaded up. Now we're going to hit go. And hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. Now it's preparing, it's going to check everything. Now it should start cutting our pieces. Now hopefully I have the pressure right so it cuts right through the styrene. If not, at least they'll be straight cuts and I could finish them off with the X-Acto knife. And if anybody's talking to me, I can't see you right now. Because with too many windows open, I forgot about that. The Cricut decides it doesn't want to work well. And I think that's, yep, 100% that quick. Now the question is, did it go all the way through? I don't think so. I should have done multiple. You could see it there. You could see the lines. I probably should have done multiple passes so it could go through. But I'm going to leave that like that, and we'll pull it off and play with it in a minute. So that one we're gonna finish that up. And let's take that off of here. Because the next thing we're going to do is the stop sign mask. I know you can't see me right now, but taking everything off the sheet. Yeah, that didn't make it all the way through, so I would have to do multiple passes or add more pressure to it. The only thing I'm scared of adding more pressure is cutting into the mat itself, because these mats are a little expensive and I don't want to really ruin it. So what I'll do is, on this guy here where I see the marks, I'll just cut this out and see if it'll do the old snap off, and then we'll have our pieces for the street pole itself. Next up, we're going to bring you back. Let's bring you back into this. See the back end. What we're going to do next is we are going to we're going to replace this. We're going to upload. I'm going to see, I already did the stop sign mask here. I'm going to see if I still have it, just to show you how to do it. Oh, there it is. We're going to open it up. We're going to pick simple. And we're going to hit continue on this. And now we're going to take out the stuff that we don't want, which is pretty easy. Take out the background. I'm going to take out this, and this. And that's going to make our stop sign, the masks we want. Continue, and you want to save it as a cut image, and we're going to save that. Now what I need to do, so they're both the same, what I need to do again is go back to the scale model calculator, because I forgot. We gotta Google something else too. Forgot how big the stop sign is. Stop sign measurements. 30 inches. Standard one is 30 inches. So we're going to convert 30 inches in 1/1 scale to inches in the most common scale, 1/35 scale. And it's this guy right here. Copy that, shut that off so we don't have problems. We're going to upload this guy, insert the image, and we're going to do this. And because it's an octagon, it'll be the same thing all around. Little tiny guy. And we'll put him up there. Then we'll bring you back to the camera again. The fuzzy camera, because it's too far away. So this one we don't need to tape it down. Hopefully this gets in focus. Just going to take the vinyl and put it where, let me smash it down, it's a little hard from up there. Where you see it on the screen, just line it up in the same grid lines. I'm going to smash this guy in here. I got to clean my mat already. And you're going to be able to see me there too. You don't want to see that. So we got that there. We're going to click make it. And we're going to click continue. And we're going to see if it picks up the machine quicker than last time. And here we go again. Maker 3 USB. Come on. Of course this thing wants to be a pain in the butt today. It's going to fail. I'm going to have to do it again. I know it. Just because I'm going live. Oh no, it actually did it. So we're just going to select vinyl. The fine point blade is, actually I was using the wrong blade before. And we are going to load it. Let's go back over to, oh, I was on that. I didn't even show you guys what was going on. I'm sorry about that. Actually, we can do this again. Cancel it. I'm sure. I want to cancel it. Stop sign. We got our, we're going to be doing this again. We're going to put our measurements in here. We are going to click make it. This is pretty quick, so you'll have it up in the corner. Hit continue. As soon as it finds it, it'll pop up. We're going to pick vinyl. You load the right point in there, and then what you got to do is we're going to go back over here. I want me. If it will focus, we're going to hit the little flashy button so it goes in. I forgot to put my rollers back. And then once that has it loaded in, you're going to hit the go button, and it's going to print it up. And let's go back to me. Okay, it's on the right thing. I think I might have messed that up twice in a row. And if people are talking, I can't see you right now until this is done. So it's making the mask for us now, and then we're going to take a little break so I can move computer stuff over and get over. Now it's done. You just hit the unload button, and we should have our mask. So go back over here. I can get out of, go to my channel. Still learning this thing. We can get out of the Cricut Maker thing. We're going to leave that, and then we're going to take a little break. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. So give me a few minutes while I rearrange the desk. Okie dokie. I think I'm a setup. There's wires all over the place today. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see. You can see where I cut it out. So I gotta cut this, weed it out, and cut these out and glue them together. And we'll be making a little a little 1/35 scale stop sign using the Cricut Maker. It's the main thing I got it for, was making vinyl stuff for the builds. So hopefully, let's see, might have to bring this down a little bit more if we can. There we go. Now here comes the fun pain in the neck part. There we go. Get that guy off of there. That can go there. Now I really need glasses because I can't see the edge here. There we go. Yee. Now we got that weeded out. We just got to take out the the O and the P. These usually pop out easier, which is nice. And there we go. We got a mask for our stop sign, which is cool. It makes it a lot easier to do stuff. Excuse me if I keep coughing, but this is we're gonna use transfer tape, and then we're gonna put it, hopefully it's the right size and it's not too big and it fits perfectly on the edges. We're gonna find out if it does. But over here is where I was making the pole. Out of the styrene. Put that on over there. We're still working on that. I'm hoping that it actually got deep enough where I'll be able to just snap it. I'm gonna have to whatchamacallit, I'm gonna have to play with the pressure settings to make sure that it cuts through all the way next time. I don't know how far it went through. Made a nice groove where I can easily go with my X-Acto knife. I just don't want to ruin the other ones by snapping it. Usually styrene's easy to snap. This is the pole's a little thicker than I wanted it to be. And I'm doing extra work because, like I said, I didn't add enough pressure on the Cricut to make it go all the way through. But styrene snaps pretty easy. And come off of there so I don't have to cut you. And there's the first bit of our pole. So we got a little work to do, a little sniffling to do. These are the ones I'm scared to snap. Because they're thinner. I'm trying to simulate the same shape as a New York City stop sign, because they have the main pole and then they got like these little edges on it. It's not going to be perfect the first time, because the first time I'm doing it. Now hopefully I could snap it.
To and fro, up and down, forwards and backwards. Shave in both directions effortlessly with Schick Intuition Fab. Schick Intuition Fab, as easy as up, down, and done.
Well, you said first dates. You look amazing.
And you look amazingly comfortable. When your V-neck looks more like a U-neck, that's when you know it's half washed.
That goes there.
Unlike detergent alone,
I'm gonna break that, I know it.
conditioning and smoothing products. So clothes look newer, longer, downy, and it's done. Stouffer's lasagna with meat and sauce has 2 times the beef of the leading meat sauce lasagna. That's double the tender ground beef baked into every cheesy, mouth-watering bite. When it comes to irresistible taste, more is always more. Stouffer's.
Come on. There we go. That's what I want. Really, really scared I'm going to mess all this up. Just like that, I messed it up.
Consequences may be severe. Bellatrix, irritable to the bone. She's unhinged.
I like that dark power. The Dark Lord shall rise.
How lovely.
Now the middle one seems like it cut deeper, because that guy broke right there. Yeah, he cut a lot deeper. That's what I wanted to happen. I wanted that so I could just pop them out, not have to be frustrated trying to get it out like this guy. It's very thin styrene, so it's a pain in the butt once you get to these thinner ones to try to snap it over. Sorry about the sniffling. Allergies are no fun. Get rid of that guy. Will we see blood on camera today? That's the question. Will there be blood on camera today? I'll get rid of that. I have 0.40. I'm gonna try that next time. See, the New York City pole goes like this, kind of there, and then there's another flap on top, which this is probably going to be way too big. So I'm not happy with how this is coming out. So that's going to go in the garbage. We're going to go to a round pole to add to it. So 0.20 is too thin to try to make the pole that we're making for this, so we're not going to use that. I'm going to get a piece of tube styrene. We'll cut it down, and then we'll put it on the back of that. And it's hot again today. I'm sweating. Alright, let's get out the tube. styrene here. Okay, that one looks good. That one looks good. I'm going to go with that because we do have rounded poles too in New York, and these usually a little bit sticking out the top. All right. And it was 2 point something inches for 8 feet. So I'm going to go 2.5 inches. This way I have something to hold on to anyhow when we're painting it. Ah, almost cut myself. Almost cut myself. That's not good. So 2.5 inches is right there. I really, really, really need to get my freaking glasses. Go. Styrene is so nice when it does that. And where is my glue? We moved all the glue to a different spot. I like this stuff. The Plastruck Bondine stuff works well. But you know what happened? This stuff evaporates so quick, it's meant for seams. I shouldn't have done that like that. But I didn't want to use the rapid fuse because this stuff is a little thick. But we're going to do it anyhow. Try to put as little as possible on there. And we'll have our little, making our little stop sign. Definitely going to be making more things once I perfect the Cricut for the scale models. Now the question is this. I'm just going to leave the white out. I'm going to leave it white. I'm not even going to bother painting that. We'll paint the red this way. I could show you the whatchamacallit. Oh, there goes my vinyl. And I put my scissors away for nothing. We need the vinyl. We need transfer tape, which you can actually get Orcal and use that instead of using this stuff. And here we go again, trying to find an edge that will want to pull up for me. There we go. Got to get my nail underneath it. Hey, what's going on, Bob? Yeah, it's a little hot here too. It's a little hot here too. Then you take this stuff and you get this to stick to the other stuff. It's a whole lot of sticking. Use a credit card. I could get out the squeegee. I know I got a squeegee somewhere. The Cricut squeegee, which does help to make this stuff stick. And then sometimes you get the problem of it backing off and you got to re-put it down there. Always fun. Stuck it to my mat. Now this should have stuck right to the transfer tape, which it did. Now we're going to find out if I made this too big for that. So I made it the same exact. I made it the same exact size. Now hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm shaking. I'm scared. Looks to be in the right spot. Well, the question is, did it stick? Nope, didn't stick. This is going to be the pain in the neck part, because I can't really. I got to get this to stick to that, and the tape that I'm using is the super strong grip tape. So the lighter grip tape I didn't like too much because it didn't hold enough, and this one holds too well. See, I should have waited. What I may do is just do this, do the simple thing and pop that off. Get this sucker to stick down to here. Now, hopefully it sticks. Nah, it doesn't want to stick. It's like tinting damn windows. I actually think that my thing is too. I don't think it's sticking because I think I made the one too big. No, it's right on the edge. If I could get one corner started, I will be able to make it stick. But it doesn't want to do it. I'm going to freaking throw it out. The perils of live. I know the stop is staying. I can't get this. Like, that is really stuck. The thin is really, really stuck to that. So if I take this off, I know the stop stayed. That's staying there. It's just the outer rim is really stuck to this tape, and it doesn't want to let it go. All I want to do is let it go. I have the feeling that it is a little too big. I just can't tell on the roll. That's not fair. Trying to see from here. Yeah, it is a little. If you can see there, it's a little over the edge, so I gotta, when I do it again, just bring it down by a little bit. This way it stays. So that's horrible. That's horrible. Trying to get it off so I could do it by hand. Yeah, that's just not going to stay. I could do it again. Make it a little smaller. Oh well. We tried. We tried. Yeah, I definitely gotta make this outer rim a little bit smaller, because I saw some of it was hanging off the edge, so it wouldn't stick. This definitely stuck. As you can see, the stop is there. I mean, I could always tape off the edges and do the white like that, but I wanna play with this again later and make this just a wee bit smaller to to get on there, but I don't want anything, you know, I don't want a white lip here, so I figure if I just make it like a point or two smaller, like 0.001 smaller or 0.002 smaller, it should be right on the edge there, and we should be good to go. But we'll paint this up anyhow, why not? We're here. Plus I was doing this to learn more about the Cricut. Now, I'm not breaking out the airbrush because I don't feel like cleaning that sucker up. See if I can find red. Red. Red, red, red. Paint is everywhere. All my stuff is gonna fall too. There we go. There we go. We're just gonna paint it by hand. We'll paint it by hand. We're gonna stick it back on the stick though. This way I don't get my hands all red. Yeah, now the Cricut is definitely a nice thing. It's just I gotta play with it more. I actually had an easier time making those big stencils than the little stencil. And that was a pain in the neck because I had to take the logo off the box and get rid of all the little discrepancies in it. It took me an hour just to get rid of some of the stuff so it would look good. These little things are a pain. Move my finger. Move my finger. So yeah, I'll play with that offline. I'll get the right dimensions and I'll tell you what the dimensions are on there. Let that dry a second. Paint this real quick. We'll hit it with the hairdryer, and then we'll pull off the stuff. And I'll show you where I am with the weathering on the wood we did yesterday. I was actually going to do casting up of the torch today, but I forgot. The silicone takes 6 hours to set up, so I would have to do 2 bases. Those would have to set up for 6 hours, and then I got to do the other half of the half. So total, it's going to be 12 hours time to do that. A lot of time. So let's see how well this works. I know it would work much better with an airbrush because I'm going to be slopping this stuff on. Let's see how it goes with just slopping paint over it and then drying it up real quick with a blow dryer. And to me is the worst thing to use as hand brushing. I don't like how it hand brushes on anything. But I don't know where my MIG is. Put a few coats on this thing. Try to dry it up real quick. I just want to see how well this vinyl works, because I know the Orcal is made for paint. This vinyl isn't. You know, this is like stickers on the wall. You know, the live, love, laugh, and all that good crap. This vinyl's like, you know, scrapbooking, and this is going to just pull off. I'm trying to do it real quick. This is no professional paint job here. You know what I just thought of too? Instead of letting it dry on its own, hitting it with the hairdryer may actually make the vinyl stick more because we're heating up the glue. Yeah, we'll do this one, last one. See, even with or without primer, I noticed if you paint over Tamiya, I know it's not all the way dry, but even if you let Tamiya dry and you paint over it, it always pulls up that bottom layer. Alright, we're going to hit this. Where's my... Oh, do I not have... I don't have anything in my paintbrush cleaner thing. Oh well. It's going right into the thinner. It's going right into this old thinner one. You can sit in there. So dry this up real quick and then we'll pull it off and we'll see how well it did. Yay! I don't know how dry that is, but we'll make a go of it anyhow. Let's go get the little tool, because I don't want to pluck. I want to pluck from... Even though it's a crap paint job, I don't want to scratch the paint. I want to see how well we can go. So if I made this right, I actually primed it and did it how it should be done, and it actually works pretty well. There's no bleed under there really. Here's our O. I just scratched the paint. Not that it matters, but there we go. Could have been much better, but this is just quick playing with this stuff so I can learn about it. So definitely for dioramas and stuff, you could make your own stop signs, yield signs, or even if you're doing like 1/35 scale buildings, 1/16 scale, whatever you're doing, you can make signs and all sorts of stuff with the Cricut Maker. So what did I learn? I got to make this a little bit smaller. This way I could do the edges, and then, you know, if I would have taken me longer to paint it all properly, but it does look good for not the specific vinyl made for painting. This is actually, like I said, this is wall vinyl. It's removable vinyl, but I wanted removable vinyl. This way I can remove it, and this is what we're going to be doing with the bases. So that is that. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. Look, Mother, a little stop sign.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, not bad. I still got to practice more with the Cricut though, because I couldn't get the outer rim. It was a little bit too big. A little too big. But now we got a stop sign, which we'll keep somewhere for something. I don't know what, but we'll use the stop sign for something. Stop. Stop, you stop. Well, I got you here. Let me clean up the brush. I'll show you. I'm on to layer 2 or 3 from yesterday doing the floor. I'm probably going to have to add one more wash, or not wash, one more round of the weathering varnish on the wood, and then I'll seal it, and then we'll do the black wash and the floor. The floor will be done, and then I can move on to painting that. And that, I want to do some painting on camera, but what I'm scared of is the messing up the electronics with the paint. That wouldn't be a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Let's get some stuff out of the way. A lot of stuff to put away. So let's pull this under. Let's pull the camera up. Oop, the camera's gonna fall. Yeah, the camera's gonna fall. There we go. And whoever was around yesterday saw me for over 3.5 hours putting the wood down, the nails down, and all that other good stuff. This is going to be a pain in the neck, but I may leave it because this was a darker color wood, so it's not coming out the gray. So I think I'm going to do one more set of varnish over this, make it a little darker. Then we're going to go with the clear on it, and once the clear is dried up, then we'll do the wash. Then we'll flat coat it all, and that wood will be done, and then we'll start working on the walls and stuff like that. So this is coming along. Thanks, bud. It's I want to see if I could put this down a little more without the camera falling. That's why I want to get a third camera, so I could get a better view. And because this base is so big, I don't know if I could really pull it up more. But yeah, it's definitely coming along. Like I said, one more thing of varnish on here. It'll get dark, and then we'll do the clear coat, and we'll do what we got to do. I really wanted to do casting, but casting would take so long. Maybe I'll do the cast, and then I'll just do the resin on camera, because the resin takes 15 minutes to do, and then we could pull the pieces out on that. Well, this was a mess of a show today, but at least we learned some stuff. If you want a Cricut, get one. You're good. You do a lot on there. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I am dying. Let me get this out of the way. Get this out of. Oh, I want it this way because that's the next thing to do. Well, I got you here. This will be exactly. I'll make you stuff for you. I'll make all the mistakes, and I'll learn how to use it, and then I'll ship you guys the stuff that you need. So once this guy is done, we're doing this guy. We're definitely going to be doing this guy. So if you haven't seen the kit, let me bring this up a little more. There we go. Got it in there pretty much. It's not a big kit. This is the guy we'll be doing next. I haven't even unbagged it, so we'll do a little unbagging on here. I'll show you what's in here. I'm sorry about the sniffling. So this is the base. You can see the rope. You know what's funny? The camera's really not picking up the green. This is like a really green. It doesn't look that green on camera. The camera's not picking up the stuff. You can see the robot here. He's in all the stone and stuff like that. So I'm going to get a smaller acrylic base. I'm not going to go crazy. I might get a wooden base and put it on and add a little extra, but not much. So we're going to light up his eyes over here. These two little slits, and we're going to light up his chest, and we're going to have him like flickering. Not flickering, like going dim and brighter. We'll bust out the big hand. So this guy goes over like this. That's how it goes. It goes on him like that. And what I'm either going to do is going to try to put an LED in the Green Lantern's hand over here, or we're going to put LEDs from the bottom and try to get that to light up and make this thing glow over here. So it's definitely going to be some lighting on the Green Lantern. And then I'll show you the kit's not big. It's really not that many parts. The only thing I hate about these kits is the splitting of the head and then having to try to rescribe in the hair. That's always a pain in the neck. Now, I don't know what scale this is. It's definitely not 1/8 scale, because the Green Lantern, oh, they already put his body together in there for you. So You're gonna have his arms, his head, and stuff. It's a nice little kit. There's gonna be some seam work up the sides. Shouldn't be that bad, hopefully. And then you got the back of his head, his hands. It's not too many colors, which is nice too. And then his little. Let's see if we could get that all the way up on cam. And then his little face grimace in there, because he's beating up the robot. It doesn't say what scale. It's actually pretty small because that's Frankenstein 1/8 scale. That's the Green Lantern. So he's maybe 1/16 scale, somewhere around there. But he's definitely tiny compared to the monster over here. So he's definitely the next one up because he's not big. And then we'll get on to the Shelf Queens at some point after this guy. I want to finish up Superboy, get him done with all his lighting and his base, and finish up the Grim Reaper. I still got to send poor Omar. He keeps telling me he'll do it for me. I got to send Omar the files for a few things for the Grim Reaper, a shovel, and a couple other things. Let's see if I could get this back in here and actually close the box. Get in there. Get in there, pieces. Doesn't matter, you're going to come off the sprues anyhow later on. Oh, I still can't breathe. Yeah, it was pretty, they did a pretty good job on him. I'm going to do this color scheme, it's not the newer one. I'm going to do just the black and green, the white hands and stuff. So he should be pretty cool. Get some MIG paints to do this guy up in. Should come out pretty nicely. And it's should be a quick kit because I don't want to go crazy and do anything weird with him. Yeah, it's 4:30. 4:30, so I guess I'll cut it short today. Whoa. After you see me mess up stuff, but we'll do more Cricut stuff. As soon as I learn the actual depth for cutting, I'll tell you which ones you need, because there is the knife blade. The knife blade probably would have done that better. That kit, I'll tell you right now, it's not expensive, and I'll get you the link too, if it's still around. But it was pretty cheap. I think I paid like 18 bucks for it, somewhere around there. Mobius Green Lantern. There we go. Yep, 1898 is what I paid for him. And he's still around, and he is on Prime. Here's the link. That's the link to that guy. Sometimes the models are really cheap on Amazon. Sometimes they're way expensive. And I won't buy off of eBay because, one, I got ripped off 3 times, and usually their prices are much, much higher than anywhere else. So that's pretty much it for now. I guess, you know what we'll do, I'm not working next Saturday, so next Saturday I'll probably we'll go on at 3 o'clock. Hopefully I get more stuff 3 o'clock Eastern time. I'll set up a schedule. Hopefully we'll get more stuff done on this. We'll start doing the walls. I'll see if I could get the lighting and stuff. 1/10 scale. Seems that ain't 1/10 scale. That's much smaller than 1/10 scale. I'm going 1/16. It's more on the same size as the Tamiya soldiers that are 1/16 scale. He's even smaller. I'm looking at it now. He's even smaller than the Superboy kit. I got that off of Amazon too, and that guy, he's only 24 bucks. And I just noticed there's the old Captain America too. How much do they want for that one? Not bad, 26 bucks. I might have to get this one too. Yeah, the scales are pretty off on what they say they are. I might have to pick this guy up. This one here. But I don't want to keep you guys. I'm just messing around today with the Twitch and doing a little messing around with the Cricut and stuff. But next weekend we'll definitely work more on this. I'll see if I can order the electronic parts and work on that. So everybody that stopped by, plus I'll try to set up more stuff on the Twitch this way. It's a little fancier. So thank you everybody for stopping by, and I guess we shall see you next weekend unless I jump on here during the week, and then you should get your notification emails about that. So hope everybody has a great night and a happy Memorial Day, and we'll see you all soon. Take care everybody. Bye bye.